Have you ever felt like life is a never-ending cycle of stress? You chase happiness, maybe through a new job, a relationship, or that next big purchase. But somehow it always slips away. The bills pile up, the clock keeps ticking, and peace feels out of reach. What if I told you there's a 2,500-year-old teaching that explains why we suffer and how to break free? Today, we're diving into a Buddhist truth called Samudaya, the second noble truth, straight from the Pali Canon, the ancient texts of Buddhism. Stick around, because this could change how you see everything. Part 1. Suffering isn't random. Imagine going to a doctor with a fever. What's the first thing they do? They don't just give you medicine, they figure out why you're sick. Maybe it's a virus, maybe stress. The Buddha was like that doctor, but for our minds. Over 2,500 years ago, he didn't just say life is suffering and stop there. That's the first noble truth, dukkha. He went deeper, asking, why? The answer is samudaya, the cause of suffering. This comes from the Pali Canon, the Buddha's original teachings, preserved in the Sutra Pitaka, one of the 3 baskets of Buddhist scripture. It's not about pessimism, it's about diagnosis, so we can heal. The Buddha taught that suffering isn't random or caused by some angry God punishing us. It's not fate or bad luck. It's something inside us, something we can understand and change. This isn't about guilt-tripping you. It's about empowerment. Let's break it down. Part 2. Craving. The fire that never dies. So, what's the cause? The Buddha called it tanha, craving. In English, think of it as an itch you can't stop scratching. The Pali Canon, in texts like the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the Buddha's first sermon, says tanha comes in 3 flavors: craving for pleasure, craving to exist forever, and craving to escape existence. Let's unpack that. First, kama tanha, craving for sensory stuff, good food, music, Netflix binges. We all know it. You eat a burger, it's great, but 5 minutes later, you want another. It never ends. Then there's bhava tanha, craving to be something, to live forever, to be successful, to matter. It's why we chase promotions or post selfies online. And finally, vibhava tanha, craving to not be, to avoid pain, to numb out with distractions, or even wishing it all just stopped. The Buddha said this craving keeps us stuck in samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Even if you don't believe in literal rebirth, think of it as the daily grind. New day, same old struggles. Here's the kicker. Craving isn't just wanting stuff, it's the fuel for suffering. The Abhidhamma Pitaka, another part of the canon, compares it to a fire. You keep throwing logs, desires, into it, and it burns hotter. Stop feeding it, and it dies out. That's the promise of Buddhism. There's a way out. Part 3. Why can't we stop craving? But why do we crave so much? The Buddha saw this in everyone, rich or poor, sick or healthy. The poor crave food and shelter. The rich crave finer wine and bigger houses. It's universal. In the Sutra Pitaka, he says craving ties us to pleasure and pain like a vine choking a tree. The Vinaya Pitaka, the monk's rules, shows how even simple desires, like wanting a better robe, can trap us. It's not about the thing, it's about the wanting. The canon calls craving a river, Tanha Nadi. It sweeps us along from one life to the next, or one moment to the next. Ever notice how you finish a project, feel good for a second, then immediately want the next thing? That's the river. The Abhidhamma explains it's not just random, it's a chain reaction. Craving leads to actions, actions lead to habits. Habits keep the wheels spinning. It's cause and effect, pure and simple. Here's the deep part. This craving isn't some outside force. It's us, our minds. The Buddha didn't blame a creator or the universe. He said, look within. That vine, It's not your fault you're tangled in it, but you can cut it loose. That's what makes this hopeful, not hopeless. Part 4. The way out and call to action. So what do? The Buddha didn't leave us hanging. The second noble truth points to the third and fourth. There's an end to suffering and a path to get there, the Noble Eightfold Path. We'll explore that in another video, but for now, know this. You don't have to kill craving overnight. Start small. Next time you feel that itch for a snack, a scroll through Instagram, pause. Ask, do I need this, or am I just feeding the fire? The Pali Canon says awareness is the first step. Buddhism isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about freedom from being controlled by wanting. You don't have to be a monk or meditate for hours. Just notice the craving. That's where the magic starts. The Buddha said, I teach suffering and the end of suffering. That's it. No dogma, no guilt. Just a way to live lighter. What about you? What's the one thing you can't stop craving? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. If this clicked for you, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. We're unpacking all 4 noble truths in this series, straight from the Buddhist scriptures. Next time, how to stop the fire. See you then.